On first down, the handoff looks like an uneven one in the backfield for Ramondre Stevenson.
Didn't look very sharp in their opening drive.
Stevenson going nowhere, wrapped up inside the 5-yard line. Bobby Okereke.
They've really played well, both Okereke and Zaire Franklin. Now, we all know Shaquille Leonard, he's working his way back. He's had a tough offseason and a tough start to the season. But, those two players in there, they've really been active against the run.
So on third down, Indy's defense has excelled, fourth best in the NFL. Jones with time, now running out of time, takes off and goes nowhere. Just across the 5-yard line, and DeForest Buckner was waiting for him.
Well, they're trying to go over here, and then watch as this play develops. They do a really nice job of sinking into this back zone. And you see Mac Jones, he's looking. Really, there's nowhere to throw the ball. If anything, you would have loved to see him hit his outlet receiver. Incredibly ambitious, and it's going to take a lot of time.
Jones running out of time and going down. Boy, does defense rule here today so far, or what? That is Kwity Paye.
And try and attack the seams, right behind the linebackers. And really, there's nowhere to go. You see how deep the Colts linebackers get, and there's no quick answers. And if you really study and watch the Patriots when Jones is a quarterback, to me, one of the main things that he has to improve, it's not like playing Madden football on PlayStation.
Jones trying to scramble out of trouble. Penalty marker is down, and he slides down shy of the 40-yard line. Taylor, and wrapped up immediately by Grover Stewart.
This Colts defense has played pretty well too. I mean, the Patriots only have 91 yards of total offense, and you had a couple runs by Stevenson, Mac Jones into obvious passing situations in this second half.
Quick pass to the near side. That's complete to Jacoby Myers, and Myers lost the football at the 40. Let's see if he was down by contact before the ball came out. Bobby Okereke made the hit on him. Let's see what the ruling is.
Well, Okereke, you watch him, he did that punch. He was going right for the football. The question is, was Myers' knee down before the ball started coming out?
The Colts are celebrating.
Look at 58. He punches it. He gets that. How many times have we seen Shaquille Leonard? That's kind of his patented move.
Yep.
But that right there was intentional, and it does look like the ball does start to come out and move before Myers.
From 40 yards out. The kick by McLaughlin is good. They give this to Stevenson, and Stevenson's going to lose yardage. That's Zaire Franklin coming in to make the tackle.
A really nice job by Franklin. He just sees it and hits.
Third and goal from the 5. And Stevenson moves in and across in the backfield, and running out of time, Mac Jones going to run and slides down to about the 4.
Well, you get Trent Brown, who's trying to attempt a cut block, and he's not able to get there. So you see Ngakoue coming off that right side.
The pitch for J.J. Taylor, left side, and not going very much. How's this for some significant numbers, Arch?
Jets still giving the Bills a game right now, tied up in the fourth quarter, right?
That pass to the near side. This is Kendrick Bourne. Lost the football. And he got it back. Or the Patriots got it back. That's J.J. Taylor.
Well, that's good hustle out there by Taylor. Oh, boy. I think this time it was Isaiah Rodgers who comes in there and makes the tackle on Bourne. And, Bourne, I know, is eager to try to get integrated into this offense. Didn't start off well his first touch of the game with a drop. And then that time, the second Patriots wide receiver to fumble the football here.
And a missed opportunity there for the moment by the Colts. Play fake. Flip out to the far side, and Jonnu Smith not be able to go anywhere as he's brought down.
Certainly, regardless of who's playing quarterback, the issues that they've had up front, they don't seem like they're any closer to solving the issues that keep coming up week after week on the offensive line.